This is ridiculous, guys. Crunchyroll is a joke. Like, this can't really. Is this happening? Is this even happening? Like, what's Crunchyroll even doing? Nobody's happy with the winners. Like, today I'm going to look at the winners and tell you what my problem with it. And if you have any problem or anything else to add, you can comment down below. But this is an absolute freaking joke. Like, we will go one by one and I will say my qualms about it. And I think you know what's the biggest one there if you already saw the winners. But for the hosts who didn't, we'll go one by one and talk about it. First of all, the best VA Japanese, nobody cares about the others. Eren Yeager, yeah, he's a very good voice actor. He portrayed the character perfectly. The nominations were kind of weak. I would put a lot of more characters in Jobless and other anime that deserved more attention, especially Gabby. Gabby was very average as a voice actor, like, it didn't pull me in. Adakawa, his voice actor is good, like, but not anything that would deserve a nomination. But I don't have a problems really with it. The winner deserves it, Eren Yeager. Good work on you. Best film, of course, it's Demon Slayer. Like, anybody who looked at this nominee for 10 seconds would know Demon Slayer would win. I chose it just because that's the only one I saw. And yeah, I guess Evangelion is kind of good, I guess, but Demon Slayer, yeah, nobody can defeat that, especially nowadays with the popularity. And with season 2 is amazing, so yeah. Best comedy, Komi-san. I really like Komi-san, but yeah, I guess I wouldn't consider it like a comedy. But yeah, like, I would say Moscow Kobayashi is way more of a comedy than Komi-san. Komi-san, I would say it's more of a slice of life. But it's fine, like, with these things that could go either way, I don't care. Heaven's design team, I heard it's like a below average show, I haven't heard about it. And the other ones just are kind of fine. But the absolute joke here is Odd Taxi. Odd Taxi is a very good anime, but it's not a comedy. Anybody who saw it, I really don't know how Odd Taxi got into comedy. It's the dumbest shit I ever saw in my life. How is Odd Taxi an anime? I would never know the answer to this question, I guess. It's really dumb. Like, this is the first thing I saw, and I said this is an absolute joke. This is really dumb. Like, Odd Taxi, of course, like any other series, maybe had some jokes in it, but not any that would appeal to anyone as a comedy. You don't advertise Odd Taxi as a comedy. You say it's like a thriller or a drama. So I don't know what the fuck they're doing, man. Best fantasy, Slime. I really like Slime. It's a good isekai show, but is it number one? Not by a far shot. Especially the part of season 2 was good, but it's a very slow. Like, it was a slow burner talking between characters. What I think I should have won, and I really thought it was gonna win, is Jobless, and it really deserves 100%. Jobless is the best or the second best anime of this year. It's a really great anime and a great isekai and one of the grandfathers. It's not the first one, it's not the first isekai, but the one that's like showed the whole genre. What's like, everybody's trying to copy it. So I would really give it to Jobless, but I really don't know how it's not going to Jobless. Ranking of Kings, I heard a lot of good things about it. Your Eternity is amazing, especially the first half, before it got a bit repetitive at the end. Yeah, but it's fine. It's a really good show, an 8 out of 10. These two, the case study, never heard of it. Just heard some people talk about it, like very little. One Direct Priority, I heard it's a shit show, especially in the end. So I don't know why it's here. I heard it just got a good beginning, but it just burned everything down at the end. Man, this is the category that I'm most sad about. Why is Mushoku Tensei not won this? I have no idea. What the hell are they doing? I have no idea. Best action, Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen is a very great show, done by Mappa, one of the best studios out there, but it shouldn't be in this year's. Jujutsu Kaisen is a 2021 anime show. I don't care if the second core technically began this year or was here. A show shouldn't win 2 years just because it was like some part of it was in the second year. You should give like any of the other shows that deserve it the light. I really don't get it. Like, last year was dominated by Jujutsu Kaisen and I was fine with it, even though it's a bit overrated. It's a really great show, don't get me wrong, and the fights in it are amazing. But I had no qualms about it last year because it deserves most of it. But this year, no. I would have chose Attack on Titan over it. even though I'm over it, even though like I like Vivi, and I chose it personally when I had to pick my winners. Even though I like Attack on Titan more as an action, but because Vivi was underrated, and I know Attack on Titan was gonna win other categories, so yeah. And why is Demon Slayer here? I really don't know why. Demon Slayer is a movie. The anime, the episode that was airing, do not count and shouldn't count. And if they count them, it shouldn't be in the best film category. They're just like making their cake and eating it too. It's really dumb. I really don't know why Demon Slayer should be in everything. Also, Wonder Egg Priority, it's in almost every single nominee and won none of them because it's a shit show, especially at the end. It had some good stuff in it. I really don't know what's nominated everywhere. I don't know what the judges were doing. And I never heard of this SS Decision or whatever the fuck it is. It's done by Trigger, they do some good stuff, but I didn't watch it. So, Jujutsu should not have won. Attack on Titan or Vivi. Jujutsu shouldn't be even a nominee, but yeah, that's why this Crunchyroll is just a joke nowadays. It's not my first pick, but it's very great. Like, my pick would have been Odd Taxi. That's my pick. It's a good pick. I have no qualms about it. 86. It's, in my opinion, is a very overrated show. I watched it. It's just about how racism is bad and don't be racist to children. So I felt as if I was treated as a child while watching 86. Yeah, racism is bad and war is bad and it's dangerous. It was very meh show. I give it like a 5 out of 10. A lot of you will disagree with me, but I really didn't like it. I didn't watch the second season, so maybe it's picked up from there, but from the first season, nothing intrigued me. But yeah, best drama, Till Eternity, it's fine. I heard a lot of good stuff about Fruit Basket, and a lot of people wanted to win, but I guess those people didn't see what they wanted. I heard a lot of good stuff about it. Those two shouldn't be there, especially Wonder Egg. Maybe this show is good. I haven't heard anybody talk about it, but if nobody talked about it, I don't know why it's the nominees. Wonder Egg is a shit show and it's everywhere and shouldn't be here. Best romance, there weren't really any good romances like this year, because Horimiya, like I would say, yeah, deserves it because it's the only like romance show. Like the other ones, Beastars, I would say it's more of a drama than romance. It has some romance elements and it was a focus there, but I wouldn't give it the best romance. Fruit Basket, also like the previous, I heard it's like the best romance out there, didn't see it yet. Don't Toy With Me, Nagatoro, I watched it, I almost wanted to die every single episode. It was fine, it's a 7 out of 10, but there were those moments where you just want to die while watching it. So it was fine. I guess technically it's a romance. I would say it's more of a slice of life. That's fine, I guess. Komi-san, it would have been my second pick because I didn't see Fruit Basket or Horimiya. But I heard a lot of cuts to Horimiya and I heard it deserved it, so I gave it my vote. This heard some stuff about it, don't really know GC staff and it's CGI, that put me off, so I didn't watch it. Well, yeah, I guess it's a fine picking, one of the only fine ones in this whole list, but yeah, let's move on. Best fight scene, I really don't have a problem with the winner. Yuji and Todo, I don't remember, yeah, Todo, was a really great fight. I really liked it, but what my problem is that this shouldn't be here. Like the fight with like Rudis and the gang against the Dragon God should have been here. That was one of the best fights of this year. At least should have been a nominee instead of this. Like the fight against the gay, like the bar dude or whatever the fuck at the ending, like it was a good fight, just like all the fights in Jujutsu Kaisen, but the best scene, no, not really. Like you know what's better in Jujutsu Kaisen? Like the fight that happened the episode before it with the edgy Sasuke looking ass dude with the guy in the cave. This was way better than this fight, so I really don't know why it's here. Vivi, I really like the fight, but even though how much I love Vivi, I know it's not gonna win, so I didn't vote for it. Even though like I wanted to pick it, and I even know that it wasn't gonna win. Vivi and Mushoku Tensei is not anywhere in the winners. I really wanted to see more of them. Didn't see a single one of them in any of the winners. I guess it's fine, but Jujutsu Kaisen shouldn't be. Well, no, the fight is different because the fight that happened in the year, so it's fine. Now let's talk about best antagonist and protagonist. This goddamn shit show. Eren Yeager. Eren Yeager, I guess if you want best antagonist, is fine, but I really see him as a protagonist. I don't know why people are confusing the both of them. How did you not learn this in third grade? I really don't know. An antagonist is the person who is going against the protagonist, and a protagonist is the whole like the focus in the show. A protagonist can be a bad guy, can be a good guy, can be neutral. Protagonist is the main focus of the story, and the antagonist who is trying to stop the protagonist. So if Eren is the antagonist, who's the protagonist? It doesn't really make any sense. But at least they didn't choose it for both, because if you didn't know, Eren Yeager was nominated for both of them, and that was a retarded decision to see how the system is broken. It's really dumb. Between the nominees, I would have given to Eren Yeager, but the nominees are retarded. Ikedana shouldn't be here because she wasn't the main focus of part 2 season 2. Roswell was 100%. I really don't know how they picked Ikedana over Roswell. That's dumb. I guess Shigaraki was the best part of season 5. Season 5 was really bad, especially compared to other seasons. But the part of the villain arc were really good, so I don't have a problem with the nominee. Yano shouldn't be here. Straight up. Yano was fine in Odd Taxi, he did his job, but I wouldn't even consider him like a villain. So it's really dumb. I really don't know why. Those two, I didn't watch any of them, but I heard good stuff about Sky Infinity and Tokyo Revengers. I wouldn't know. So I have no problem with these two, but I guess Eren Yeager won antagonist. This is dumb, bro. Best protagonist. The problem with Adakawa winning best protagonist that he was really average. Like, and what's the difference between best protagonist and best boy? I really don't know why half of the stuff is here. But I will obviously choose Eren Yeager because he is the protagonist of Attack on Titan, and Attack on Titan deserves this. And Eren as a character deserves this, especially of part 1, how much character development happened in one season. Ranking of Kings, I'm planning to watch it very soon. I heard good stuff about it, so it's fine. Megalobox didn't watch it. You shouldn't be here because he was here last season. Itadori, fine. Wonder Egg is a shit show, I don't care, I'm not gonna watch it, skip. And it shouldn't be here, it's everywhere. Best character design. Jujutsu Kaisen was best character design. Like, my two problems with it, it first shouldn't be here in the first place, and Jujutsu Kaisen, in terms at least of character design, is really basic. It's just dudes and a panda. It's like they're really clean. But would they win best character design? No. And I don't know why also Otex is here. They're just a bunch of animals. Viv would win by far. It has the most details looking characters, and especially the eyes. Like, if you see the eyes in this character, something weird, you're gonna feel something weird. Like, this show is really great, and I would recommend everybody see it. Like, it's my most underrated anime of the year. It's Vivi, 100%. Just because I should be here, honestly. Attack on Titan is even better than it, which I wouldn't even classify it as great character design. It's good, obviously, like any other anime. That is actually good, not like Wonder Egg. Well, Wonder Egg, I would actually say character design, it looks really good. But when they move, that's a different thing. But yeah, I would say that's one of the few ones that Wonder Egg deserves a place. Skate Infinity, the characters look great. I didn't watch the anime, but from the other side, they look great. I think obviously Jobless should have been here, Slime should have been here, other anime should have been here, but it's fine. But like, the problem when you have such a good year, 6 is not enough for the nominee. At least and the problem that the people don't choose, just a bunch of judges choose 6 random 6 anime and you choose between them. I think at least it should have been 8. Like 8, especially in a good year that has a lot of good anime, 8 is good to pick between. 6 is too few, especially in a good year. So yeah, I guess let's go to the next part. They don't really have a horse in the race with this one. Odd Taxi has really good direction. I don't know about the director itself. Like, it made the show way more engaging, because with every single episode you want to know what happens, you want to see the lines and the dots connected. So I really like that about the show. I don't really, like I said, I don't have a horse in the race, so it could go to either one. I don't have a problem with it. Best score, I have a problem with this just because it's the arc, not the film, and the film shouldn't be nominated for this stuff because it has a different budget and it's not an anime, it's a film. But if it was there as an anime, I would have picked it. But yeah, Viv is way better in my opinion. Vivi dominated, especially in the score. Vivi dominated. Vivi with every single episode brings a new track that's very good and very memorable. And it's the only one out of all of these that I still watch to this day. Odd Taxi was good. Megalobox didn't watch it, so I wouldn't know. 86 was just fine, like any other anime. You don't really notice it. It didn't like pop out. Wonder Egg, I don't know. Didn't watch the anime, but can't really think. I don't really think it's great. Best girl, it's the most average one. Like, she's the safest pick out of all of them. Other than Komi-san, I really don't know how she won instead of Komi-san. Everybody loves Komi-san. I really don't know, especially in terms of character design. I haven't heard a single person hate Komi-san, at least other design. As personality, she can, I guess it's the whole part of that she is very, very shy and all that stuff. So it's fine. I had a lot of good stuff out of Fruit Basket, and she should have won. I didn't watch it, so I'm not mad about that, but she should have been there. Like, she should have been with the winner, because how the people have been talking about it, they're really passionate about this girl. But I don't know, man. I feel like at the end of every single one I say I don't know, but this is dumb, man. What am I supposed to say? Best boy, Bougie, or I don't know how you say it really. Bougie, I don't fucking know. I guess between the characters that are nominated, I guess I heard the most good stuff about him. But Senko's great. I wish Senko, like he single-handedly carries the show. Well, obviously with his science stuff, I really like the show. Especially season 2 was way better than season 1 in my opinion. But I didn't watch Horimiya. I heard a lot of good stuff. He's the best boy and whatever. But like, I don't have a horse in the race. It's fine. Like, these stuff are more cultural issues. I don't really care. Like, they're not as objective as other things, as like the best fantasy. So I don't have a concept of that. Best endings, who listens to endings, lol, they shouldn't be here. It's a film, not an anime. Best opening. I think everybody that's seeing this, Attack on Titan deserves this. Attack on Titan has the best opening, especially part 2 and part 1 are both very, very good openings. Like, people who don't even watch anime listen to this song that I have talked to. So yeah, it deserves this 100%. Jujutsu Kaisen, if they put the first one, like that happened, the first core, I would have said like it has competition. But the second one, the animation is very good on it, don't get me wrong, but the song is, yeah, it's fine. And I really like the Miss Kobayashi one. Yeah, that was like some really funky music. I really liked it. It's my second pick after Attack on Titan. So I don't have a lot of problem with this. Cry Baby, I hear a lot of people talk about it and other people listen to it. So yeah, I guess should have been there. So it's a overall fine one. I don't really say anything that I would have a problem with. So yeah. Best animation, Demon Slayer, of course. Of course, it's gonna win best animation. It has a full budget, so of course it's gonna win. It really shouldn't be there. Like, this feels like it just stole Jobless, like spot. Like, Jobless should have been there. At least make it win something. Like, Demon Slayer really came in and stole like everything. Like, and I really hate it because it's not a freaking anime. It's a movie. It should have won best movie and that's it. It shouldn't be nominated in anything else. Even if you consider anime, I would say Mushoku Tensei is better than the Demon Slayer movie, especially Core 2. That's also a problem that I really hate with. Why are they not putting the 2 cores as one season? That's what's mind-boggling to me. It's really retarded, and I really hate it. But in animation, other than that, all of these shows are great. Other than Wonder Egg, I heard a lot of bad stuff about the animation. It's like the #1 reason why I don't want to watch it. Vivi, it's really, really great. If it wasn't such a stacked year of good anime, Vivi could have won in any other year. But Jobless here, and for some reason Demon Slayer is here. Yeah, it's fine. Miss Kobayashi, especially with the fights, yeah, it's insane. For a slice of life anime, it's insane. So for like the nominees itself, I have no problem other than Jujutsu Kaisen because it's a core 2, and we should not bring cores in here. We should just do it in terms of whole of it. It's really dumb, especially with the ranking of Kings. Half of the anime came out at the end, like still airing to this day, and I'm recording this in February. So this is dumb. But now, anime of the year, I don't think anybody's surprised by the winner. Attack on Titan. Yeah, Attack on Titan. It deserves it, honestly. Like, if the nominees were right, and of course they're not, Mushoku Tensei and Attack on Titan, I would have no problem if any of them win, because both of them were the 2 best anime. in a long ass time. They're like, I would say, they brought anime to a whole new level. I have no problem with Art Taxi. Art Taxi should have been there 100%. Just like I really hate this here. It's bro. You already know how I feel about this. 86, in my opinion, it's overrated, but a lot of people like it, so it's fine to put it in the nominee. But it's no way better than Jobless. I haven't heard anybody that watched the both of them say 86 is better. And Sunny Boy, I'm sure it's a great anime done by Madhouse, but I heard it's like even Galleon was all about feelings and not understanding what the fuck you're saying until like 2 years later. It might be a fine show, but nowhere near Jobless. I really hate that Jobless is not here. I looked over this before recording this video. It's really dumb, so like most of my passion is now gone for this topic. Yeah, Crunchyroll is a joke. Ranking of Kings, it didn't even finish, so I don't know what's putting there. It's probably gonna be next year. That's what I hate. Either put the full anime in a year or don't put anything at all. I don't really know what they're doing. So yeah, Attack on Titan won anime of the year. Nobody's surprised about that one, and it deserves it honestly because it was a very great show. And part 2 is probably gonna win this year's anime of the year unless something crazy comes out. So yeah, Crunchyroll's a joke. Don't listen to their stuff. Go watch Gigax video instead, and bye bye.